Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Network Security course. Currently, we are in section 4, which is network security topics, and in this section, we have looked at a range of very interesting topics which are pertinent and relevant to network security. Last lecture के अंदर जिस topic को हमने शुरू किया, that was web application security. And the reason why we are looking at web application security is because if an attack penetrates through the gates of the organization और वो attack जो है perimeter router के through पास करके firewall IPS के through पास होके अंदर organization के data center तक वो attack पहुंच जाता है या DMZ तक पहुंचता है, तो it's important to protect our applications as well. हमने एंटरप्राइज नेटवर्क आर्किटेक्चर जो था उसके अंदर हमने ये देखा था कि हम सिक्योरिटी को लेयर्स में और स्टेप्स में इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं एंड वी एक्चुअली इंप्लीमेंट सिक्योरिटी थ्रू आउट द एंटरप्राइज. चाहे वो एक होस्ट हो जहां पे हम एंटीवायरस और डीएलपी लगाएं, या वो फायरवॉल हो जहां पे हम फायरवॉल की पॉलिसीज और उसकी एक्सेस कंट्रोल लिस्ट्स इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं, या वो एक वल्नरेबिलिटी स्कैनर हो जहां पे हम नेटवर्क को स्कैन करते हैं. देयर आर अ नंबर ऑफ वेज इन विच वी प्रोटेक्ट आवर नेटवर्क फ्रॉम अटैक्स एंड वी ऑल्सो नीड टू टेक स्टेप्स टू मेक श्योर दैट आवर एक्चुअल एप्लीकेशन, विच बाय द वे इज द इंजन ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जिससे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पूरी चलती है, यानी हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के फंक्शंस जो हैं वो ऑटोमेट होते हैं थ्रू आवर एप्लीकेशंस. सो एप्लीकेशंस are very important for the organization, and when we talk about the applications, we cannot ignore the security. I would also like to mention that we have studied कि internally organization के अंदर भी attacks आते हैं, तो हमें ये make sure करना है कि अगर एक user जो network के अंदर बैठे हैं, an internal user within the organization, that user may also try to make an attack either intentionally or unintentionally on the application. So in the last lecture, what we had studied was that what is the application security program. Organizations need to launch an initiative, which is the application security program, जिसके features जो हैं हमने last lecture में study किए थे, और हम quickly उसको review करते हैं, and then we will move forward with today's lecture. Application security program requires the management approval first of all and will require budgeting. That's why the management needs to agree and approve the program. उसके बाद आप एक risk based portfolio establish करते हैं and you should try to evaluate that where your application security stands with relation to the general industry जिसके अंदर आप belong करते हैं. For example, banking industry, telecom industry, etc. उसके बाद there is a training and awareness program that needs to be launched throughout the organization, because coders and developers who belong to that organization, जो कि applications को develop करते हैं, they need to be trained. We also studied that several parts of the organization need to get involved in order to implement the application security program. उसके बाद हमने ये देखा कि हमें सिक्योरिटी कंट्रोल्स की कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस बनानी चाहिए, चेकलिस्ट्स बनानी चाहिए, और हमारे जनरल जो प्रोसीजर्स हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर, उनके अंदर एम्बेड करना चाहिए इन सारे सिक्योरिटी प्रोसेसेस को और कंट्रोल्स को, ताकि जो भी वर्किंग हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की है रिलेटेड टू एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी, उसके अंदर एक बड़ी अच्छी फाउंडेशन इस्टेब्लिश हो जाए. जो भी काम हो एक इस्टेब्लिश सेट प्रोसीजर के तहत हो, ताकि हमारी एप्लीकेशंस हम सिक्योर तरीके से डेवलप करें. और SDLC सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल को हम कन्वर्ट कर दें इनटू सिक्योर सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल, जिसको SDLC कहते हैं, या SEC SDLC कहा जाता है उसको, फॉर सिक्योर सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल. देन यू नीड अ मेथड टू वैलिडेट, टू टेस्ट कि आपकी एप्लीकेशंस की सिक्योरिटी इंप्लीमेंट हुई है कि नहीं हुई. What are the vulnerabilities? And then we can use vulnerability scanning, we can use penetration testing, we can use code review, application code review, जिसमें के ट्रेंड इंडिविजुअल्स कोड को उठा के उसको इवैल्यूएट करते हैं कि उनके अंदर वल्नरेबिलिटीज हैं कि नहीं हैं। तो ये वो टॉपिक्स हैं जो हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में कवर किए। फिर हमने एक और आगे कदम उठाया था लास्ट लेक्चर के अंदर, और हमने ये देखा था कि व्हाट आर द बेसिक एंड इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप्स टू स्ट्रेंथन आवर एप्लीकेशंस, जिसके अंदर हमने कहा था कि बैकअप भी लें, सिक्योर कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस होनी चाहिए। उसके बाद देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ अदर स्टेप्स लाइक वैलिडेटिंग द इनपुट डेटा, मेकिंग श्योर द प्रिविलेजेस आर एट अ मिनिमम लेवल, यानी कि मिनिमम सेट होना चाहिए जिसमें हम अपने यूजर्स को ऑथराइज करें एंड परमिशंस असाइन करें, रोल्स असाइन करें within the application. Now today we are going to discuss a really important set of information, और उसको कहते हैं OWASP top 10 की लिस्ट है वो। What is this? We will just see in a moment. लेकिन Open Web Application Security Project, OWASP, has actually developed a list of the 10 most critical or most frequent, most serious problems in the application security space. और उन्होंने इस लिस्ट के तहत व्हाट दे हैव सेड इज कि इंडस्ट्री में जितनी भी एप्लीकेशंस डेवलप होती हैं, चाहे वो किसी भी सेक्टर से बिलोंग करें, दीज आर द 10 मोस्ट क्रिटिकल फ्लॉज। ये 10 जो हैं पॉइंट्स, ये सबसे ज्यादा कॉमनली हमें मिलती हैं, और उसको उन्होंने एक लिस्ट जनरेट की है जिसको वो कहते हैं टॉप 10, यानी कि टॉप 10 वल्नरेबिलिटीज इन द एप्लीकेशंस। सो टुडे हम OWASP को दोबारा से रिव्यू करेंगे कि OWASP क्या है। उसके बाद वी विल रिव्यू द OWASP टॉप 10 लिस्ट एंड वी विल सी कि ये वल्नरेबिलिटीज कौन कौन सी हैं। नंबर 1 इज द मोस्ट frequently occurring and the most serious risk found in application security, and number 10 is obviously one which is less serious than that. तो इनकी जो सीरियसनेस है वो नंबर 1 से स्टार्ट होती है और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वो नंबर 10 तक जाएगी। तो आइए हम देखते हैं। सबसे पहले OWASP का एक जल्दी से क्विकली एक रिव्यू करते हैं, जस्ट टू रिफ्रेश योर मेमोरी। द ओपन वेब एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी प्रोजेक्ट OWASP is an open community dedicated to enabling organizations to develop, purchase and maintain applications that can be trusted. At OWASP you will find free and open application security tools and standards, books on application security testing, secure code development and security code review, standard security controls and libraries. Apart from that, cutting edge research, extensive conferences worldwide, mailing lists and much more, all found at owasp.org. So owasp.org के अंदर there is tremendous amount of information, और इसके अंदर बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं वो एक कम्युनिटी के फॉर्म में इकट्ठे हुए हैं, और उन्होंने इन बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स को इनिशिएट किया है। एंड देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ यूजफुल इंफॉर्मेशन ऑन सिक्योर कोडिंग प्रैक्टिसेस एंड सिक्योर एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट, कि इसको किस तरीके से किया जाता है। आई वुड रियली सजेस्ट एंड रिकमेंड कि आप जरूर owasp.org को रेफरेंस करें और उसमें जाके स्टडी करें कि उसमें क्या क्या मटेरियल पड़ा है। सो व्हाट इज द OWASP टॉप 10? The primary aim of the OWASP top 10 is to educate developers, designers, architects, managers, and organizations about the consequences of the most important web application security weaknesses. The top 10 provides basic techniques to protect against these high-risk problem areas and also provides guidance on the next steps. So as we have mentioned, the top 10 really has a lot of very useful information, जिसमें आप अगर एप्लीकेशन अपनी डेवलप कर रहे हैं तो आप बहुत सी गाइडेंस यहाँ से ले सकते हैं। और OWASP टॉप 10 सिर्फ आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करता कि वल्नरेबिलिटीज क्या हैं, आपको कंप्लीट गाइडेंस देता है कि आप वैलिडेट कैसे कर सकते हैं कि आपकी एप्लीकेशन में ये वाली वल्नरेबिलिटी नहीं है, और फर्दर उसकी रेफरेंस इंफॉर्मेशन भी प्रोवाइड करता है। सो द गोल ऑफ द टॉप 10 प्रोजेक्ट इज टू रेज अवेयरनेस अबाउट एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी by identifying some of the most critical risks facing organizations. The top 10 project is referenced by many standards, books, tools, and organizations, including MITRE, PCI DSS, DISA, DISA, FTC, and many more. The OWASP top 10 was first released in 2003. Minor updates were made in 2004 and 2007. and currently we have the 2010 release. This release of the OWASP Top 10 marks this project's 8th year of raising awareness of the importance of application security risks. So OWASP is not new. It has been around for more than 8 years और उसका जो current release है 2010 का जो release है उसके अंदर there have already been 2 previous versions, यानी कि अब ये जो है लिस्ट काफ़ी maturity हासिल कर चुकी है. इसके अलावा बहुत सारे important industry के standards, books और tools जो हैं they reference OWASP, यानी कि OWASP की बहुत ज़्यादा importance बन गई हुई है in the industry and it has become the centerpiece and a fountain of knowledge and information. जहाँ पे भी हमें application security की बात होती है तो फॉरन रेफरेंस जो है वो OWASP के ऊपर आता है. इसकी एक मिसाल है, अगर आप एक बैंक या फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन है जो क्रेडिट कार्ड से डील करता है तो जो PCI है, पेमेंट कार्ड इंडस्ट्री डेटा सिक्योरिटी स्टैंडर्ड, विच इज़ अ रिक्वायर्ड सर्टिफिकेशन जो कि वीज़ा जो है, वीज़ा के क्रेडिट कार्ड्स होते हैं वो स्टिपुलेट करते हैं. और अब पाकिस्तान में भी दिस हैज़ बिकम मैंडेटोरी कि ऑल दी इशूइंग बैंक्स जो क्रेडिट कार्ड्स इशू करते हैं या जो मर्चेंट्स हैं दे शुड सर्टिफाई अगेंस्ट PCI. That very clearly asks and specifies that the internal organization का जो setup है regarding the application security development वो follow करना चाहिए and it should reference and take guidance from OWASP. So now let's start and look at the OWASP top 10 और हम जो application security risks हैं उनको एक एक करके देखेंगे. So the first one is injection flaws such as SQL, operating system and lightweight directory access protocol injection, जिसको LDAP injection कहते हैं. These occur when untrusted data is sent to an interpreter as part of a command or query. The attacker's hostile data can trick the interpreter into executing unintended commands or accessing unauthorized data. So now what we will do is कि अभी हम briefly ये सारे जो vulnerabilities हैं top 10 के उनको briefly देखेंगे and then we will take them one by one. So the first one is the injection flaws. और यहाँ पे हमने ये देखा है कि this is the most serious flaw in application security development. और इसके अंदर ये होता है कि चाहे वो SQL, LDAP या operating system की injection हो, उसके अंदर basically untrusted data is sent to the interpreter and the attacker takes advantage of the interpreter and makes the interpreter perform certain actions which are not authorized. Now, the second one is cross-site scripting, जिसको short के लिए हम लिखते हैं XSS. So, cross-site scripting क्या चीज़ है? These flaws occur whenever an application takes untrusted data and sends it to a web browser without proper validation. Cross-site scripting allows attackers to execute scripts in the victim's browser which can hijack user sessions, deface websites, or redirect the user to malicious sites. Cross-site scripting is the most serious, second most serious application security risk. इसके अंदर क्या होता है? उसके अंदर एक application जो है वो data accept करती है which is not validated properly and it sends it to a web browser और विक्टिम का जो वेब ब्राउजर है जहां पे अटैक हो रहा होता है या तो वो डीफेस हो जाएगा या वो रीडायरेक्ट हो जाएगा या वो जो पूरा यूजर का सेशन है वो हाईजैक भी हो सकता है. सो क्रॉस साइट स्क्रिप्टिंग जो है इट्स वेरी कॉमन एज वेल एंड वी विल सी सम मोर डिटेल अबाउट क्रॉस साइट स्क्रिप्टिंग. द थर्ड मोस्ट सीरियस एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी रिस्क इज ब्रोकन ऑथेंटिकेशन एंड सेशन मैनेजमेंट. इसके अंदर क्या होता है? एप्लीकेशन functions related to authentication and session management are often not implemented correctly, allowing attackers to compromise passwords, keys, session tokens, or exploit other implementation flaws to assume other users' identities. So in broken authentication and session management, application की जो functionality है जिसके अंदर या तो वो users को authenticate करता है application या फिर उनके सेशन के दौरान उसकी सिक्योरिटी कंट्रोल्स को मैनेज करता है, perhaps with the help of tokens, जैसे कि हमने पहले देखा था. दिस कुड आल्सो बी with the help of cookies. Now, जब एक एप्लीकेशन डेवलप होती है तो उसकी ऑथेंटिकेशन और सेशन मैनेजमेंट के फ्लॉज को एक्सप्लॉइट करते हुए the attacker can get hold of the passwords, the keys, the session tokens and can take over the identity and can take over the authentication, यानी जो account है उसके ऊपर attack करके they can get hold of the privileges जो कि एक user के पास है. The fourth most important or serious application security risk is insecure direct object references. A direct object reference occurs when a developer exposes a reference to an internal implementation object such as a file, directory or database key. Without an access control check or other protection, attackers can manipulate these references to access unauthorized data. So insecure direct object references जो coder है वो reference करता है internal objects को, जिस तरह file, directory या database की key है, और उस जो internal reference है उसमें access control होना चाहिए, that who is able to access those and in what manner. There should be some validation, there should be some check. तो अगर वो proper controls ना हो, the attacker can take advantage of the weak security implementation and can access those internally referenced objects and can deface them, destroy them or take advantage of them. Then we have the fifth application security risk, which is cross-site request forgery. Cross-site request forgery क्या चीज है? A CSRF attack forces a logged on victim's browser to send a forged HTTP request including the victim's session cookie and any other automatically included authentication information to a vulnerable web application. This allows the attacker to force the victim's browser to generate requests the vulnerable application thinks are legitimate requests from the victim. Cross-site request forgery, जिसको कहते हैं CSRF, इसके अंदर हैकर जो है वो विक्टिम का जो ब्राउजर जो ऑलरेडी एक एप्लीकेशन के ऊपर लॉग ऑन जिसने किया होता है और वो एप्लीकेशन वल्नरेबल होती है या उसको हैक किया होता है, वो एप्लीकेशन फोर्स करती है कि जो ब्राउजर है, विक्टिम का जो ब्राउजर है, उसके ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट करे फॉर ऑथेंटिकेशन, फोर्ज HTTP रिक्वेस्ट फॉर ऑथेंटिकेशन, जिसके अंदर सेशन कुकीज और मजीद जो ऑथेंटिकेशन इंफॉर्मेशन है वो ब्राउजर से लेके जाती है टू द अटैक्ड एप्लीकेशन. एंड व्हेन द अटैकर गेट्स होल्ड ऑफ दीज ऑथेंटिकेशन रिक्वेस्ट, तो ऑब्वियसली उसके पास बहुत वैल्यूएबल इंफॉर्मेशन आती है जो कि सेशन कुकीज और मजीद ऑथेंटिकेशन इंफॉर्मेशन है, एंड द अटैकर कैन मेक यूज ऑफ दिस इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर malicious purposes. Then we have the sixth application security risk, which is security misconfiguration. So good security requires having a secure configuration defined and deployed for the application, frameworks, application server, web server, database server, and platform. All these settings should be defined, implemented, and maintained, as many are not shipped with secure defaults. This includes keeping all software up to date, including all code libraries used by the application. So when we were studying the application security program in the last lecture, we had studied this in detail कि हमें configuration जो है application की वो make sure करना चाहिए कि वो best practices को follow करती है और एक checklist को follow करती है, और हमें बकायदा अपनी application को harden करना पड़ता है. ना सिर्फ हमें अपनी application को harden करना है और उसकी configuration को make sure करना है कि वो optimum है from a security point of view, but the database server must have the optimum configuration, the operating system of the server must have the optimum configuration, the patches must be installed, all the extra services must be switched off, the privileges must be at a minimum level. तो हमें make sure करते हैं कि एक checklist जो है वो configuration की हम implement करें for all the web servers, all the database servers, all the operating systems throughout the organization. So that is security misconfiguration, जिसका attacker जो है उसका फायदा उठा सकता है. So the seventh application security risk is insecure cryptographic storage. Many web applications do not properly protect sensitive data such as credit cards, social security numbers or ID card numbers, and authentication credentials with appropriate encryption or hashing. Attackers may steal or modify such weakly protected data to conduct identity theft, credit card fraud, or other crimes. Now, when we talk about insecure cryptographic storage, the web application may be an application which helps or interacts with users and deals with such sensitive information, यानी कि credit card information, debit card information, social security numbers, ID card numbers, या ऐसी personally identifiable information जो है जिसको हमें protect करना ज़रूरी है. For example, a website like Amazon.com, वहाँ पे आप जाके बुक्स खरीद सकते हैं और जब आप शॉपिंग करते हैं तो यू हैव टू एंटर योर क्रेडिट कार्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन. जब आप उसके ऊपर ट्रांजैक्शन करते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली यू आर एंटरिंग योर क्रेडिट कार्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन और दैट ट्रांजैक्शन इन्फॉर्मेशन विल बी स्टोर्ड समवेयर इन द डेटाबेस. अब इस तरह की बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट टाइप ऑफ ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट or what the purpose of the application is, the application needs to make sure, or rather the developers or the security professionals need to make sure that this critical and sensitive information is protected, yani कि it is stored after being encrypted, ताकि attacker अगर penetrate करके हमारे network तक पहुंच जाए तो इस information को वो हासिल ना कर सके. और हमने आपको याद होगा कि टीजे मैक्स का जब शुरू में कोर्स के शुरू में व्हेन वी स्टडीड तो हमने देखा था कि अटैकर्स हैड एक्चुअली पेनिट्रेटेड और वहां पे क्रिप्टोग्राफिक एनक्रिप्शन परफॉर्म नहीं हुई थी और क्रेडिट कार्ड इंफॉर्मेशन जो थी वो क्लियर में पड़ी हुई थी. सो सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन शुड ऑलवेज बी एनक्रिप्टेड एंड बिटवीन द एप्लीकेशन एंड द डेटाबेस दैट टनल शुड बी अवेलेबल, ताकि व्हेनेवर द एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू आप जब आते हैं तो the information is referenced and accessed in a encrypted manner and it is stored in the database in an encrypted manner. अगर कोई user directly database के ऊपर जाए, the database should have sufficient controls ताकि वो attacker जो है उस information को हासिल ना कर सके for malicious purposes. So now we have the 8th application security risk, which is failure to restrict URL access. Now, many web applications check URL access rights before rendering protected links and buttons. However, applications need to perform similar access control checks each time these pages are accessed, or attackers will be able to forge URLs to access these hidden pages anyway. So when we have a web application, uske andar we need to make sure that we restrict URL access. और इसके ऊपर ये control लगाना ज़रूरी है because certain users may not have the privilege to access certain URLs. So each time we make a URL available, we need to make sure that there is a validation, there is a check, there is a control, और user के authentication level के मुताबिक URL access के ऊपर control clamp down हो और हर user जो है वो access ना कर सके. Now you may, sometimes developers make this hidden. Certain URLs are hidden, and if an attacker finds out about that URL, then that URL can be referenced. That's why it's important कि तमाम URLs के ऊपर access controls को implement किया जाए. Now the 9th application security risk is insufficient transport layer protection. So applications frequently fail to authenticate, encrypt, and protect the confidentiality and integrity of sensitive network traffic. When they do, they sometimes support weak algorithms, use expired or invalid certificates, or do not use them correctly. Now, if you remember, तो हमने जब SSL को पढ़ा था, Secure Socket Layer, we had studied that this was actually a Netscape developed standard, and it is not an open industry standard. इसका जो version है SSL का, जो कि इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड है, दैट इज कॉल्ड TLS फॉर ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर सिक्योरिटी, और इसके अंदर ज्यादा कैपेबिलिटीज भी डाली गई हैं। सो चाहे आप SSL को यूज कर रहे हैं या चाहे आप TLS को यूज कर रहे हैं, एप्लीकेशंस जब एक्सेस देती हैं यूजर्स को, तो दे एप्लीकेशंस नीड टू मेक श्योर, we need to make sure that the applications implement strong security measures at the transport layer. और उसके ऊपर अगर कोई वीकनेस है या तो एल्गोरिदम में या उसकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में, तो नेचुरली द अटैकर will be able to penetrate the traffic which is traveling between the user and the application. So we need to make sure कि application के ऊपर जो transport layer security है, यानी कि जो encryption है while the information is traveling over an insecure channel, that is implemented in a proper manner. Now the last application security risk is unvalidated redirects and forwards. So web applications frequently redirect and forward users to other pages and websites and use untrusted data to determine the destination pages. Without proper validation, attackers can redirect victims to phishing or malware sites or use forwards to access unauthorized pages. So the last one, the last application security risk in the OWASP top 10 list is unvalidated redirects and forwards. So whenever we access an application, उसके अंदर जरूर the external referencing is available. आप Amazon.com पे जा रहे हैं, but from there you may access YouTube, for example, to see some more information about a book or to view a video about a book or an introduction to a book, which is actually a video on YouTube. अब attackers जो हैं, ये जो referencing होती है या जो links होते हैं, उनको exploit कर सकते हैं, and they can actually redirect the user to a site which is a malicious site, and that is not a proper site. तो हमें make sure करना चाहिए कि जब हम redirect करते हैं या forward करते हैं, तो हम validate करें कि हम कहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, and the proper security controls should be implemented. ये कैसे करते हैं? We will talk about it later in today's lecture, and then you can also look in detail at the OWASP top 10 guide. और इसके अलावा OWASP also gives a complete set of documents. It's not just the OWASP top 10, लेकिन हम end of the lecture में बात करेंगे, क्योंकि उनके 5 या 6 guides हैं जो कि तमाम SDLC के जो लाइफ साइकिल के जो phases हैं, उसके अंदर guidance हमें मिलती है कि हम secure coding practices को किस तरीके से implement करें. Okay, now that we have looked at the high level for all of these 10 application security risks, now we will reference the OWASP top 10 document and look at in more detail some of the risks. And let's see कि किस format में OWASP top 10 document जो है इस detail को provide करता है. अब आप ये देखिए कि first application security risk जो है that was injection. So first of all there is a threat agent. Threat agent जो है वो ये है कि attack किधर से आएगा या किस तरह से आएगा. So consider anyone who can send untrusted data to the system, including external users, internal users, and administrators. This is for the first application security risk, which is injection flaws. उसके बाद इस format में जो OWASP में present करता है, there are attack vectors. So the exploitability here is written as easy, यानी कि इसको exploit करना बहुत आसान है. So the attacker sends simple text-based attacks that exploit the syntax of the targeted interpreter. Almost any source of data can be an injection vector, including internal sources. And then of course we have the security weakness, जिसको attack vector जो है वो exploit करता है. And the prevalence of these weaknesses is shown as common, and detectability. Detectability का मतलब है कि कितने आसानी से आप इसको validate कर सकते हैं या पता चला सकते हैं कि ये security weakness है या नहीं है. So here we see that injection flaws occur when an application sends untrusted data to an interpreter. Injection flaws are very prevalent, particularly in legacy code, often found in SQL queries, lightweight directory access protocol queries या LDAP queries, X path queries, which is really XML path queries, operating system commands, program arguments, etc. Injection flaws are easy to discover when examining code, but more difficult via testing. Scanners and fuzzers can help attackers find them. Then we move to the technical impact, यानी कि impact क्या होगा आपके system के ऊपर, और इसके ऊपर OWASP हमें ये बताता है कि इसका impact severe है. So injection can result in data loss or corruption, lack of accountability, or denial of access. Injection can sometimes lead to complete host takeover as well. और finally, technical impact होगा तो उसका business impact भी होगा, and we should consider the business value of the affected data and the platform running the interpreter. All data could be stolen, modified, or deleted. Could your reputation be harmed by this business impact or not? So here in the OWASP top 10 document, we have seen कि एक particular format में तमाम जो security risks हैं, application security risks हैं, उनको present करने का एक particular format है जो OWASP top 10 document में हमें मिलता है. और उसके अंदर threat agent है, उसके बाद threat vector है, फिर security weakness है, technical impact and the business impact. तो ये 5 जो components हैं, सारे के सारे 10 जो application security risks हैं, उनकी information is presented in this particular format. So in today's lecture, we will not cover all of them because this is a lot of information and you can actually read. I highly encourage you to go to the owasp.org site and read this entire documentation. And I'm assuming that many of the students who will be taking this course are actually students belonging to the computer science domain. So you would be very easily be able to understand the information that is presented here because it relates to development and the terminology used, you should be very familiar with that as well. So let's take some selected security risks now जो OWASP में present होते हैं because we will not have enough time to cover all of them. So now let's jump to the 7th application security risk, which was insecure cryptographic storage, which is the 7th application security risk. So here, what is the threat agent? Consider the users of your system. Would they like to gain access to protected data they aren't authorized for? What about internal administrators? These could be potential threat agents. What are the attack vectors जिसके through threat agent attack करेंगे? The exploitability, यानी कि the ease of attack is presented here as difficult. So attackers typically don't break the crypto, यानी encryption को वो break नहीं करते. They break something else, such as they find the keys, they get the clear text copies of the data, or they access data via channels that automatically decrypt. And what is the security weakness जो कि हम इस application security risk के अंदर examine कर रहे हैं? The prevalence is shown as uncommon, यानी कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा common attack या vulnerability या risk नहीं है, और detectability भी इसकी difficult OWASP declare करता है, यानी कि अगर ये vulnerability है या ये security weakness है तो उसको detect करना इतना आसान नहीं है. So the most common flaw in this area is simply not encrypting data that deserves encryption. When encryption is employed, unsafe key generation and storage, not rotating keys, and weak algorithm usage is common. Use of weak और unsalted hashes, यानी कि जो hash है उसके अंदर जो initialization vector है वो अगर आप weak इस्तेमाल करें to protect passwords, this is also common. External attackers have difficulty detecting such flaws due to limited access. They usually must exploit something else first to gain the needed access. इसका technical impact जो है OWASP declare करता है कि severe हो सकता है. अगर ये threat agent के through attack vector आए और security weaknesses exploit हों, इसका impact severe हो सकता है. Failure frequently comprises all data that should have been encrypted. Typically, this information includes sensitive data such as health records, credentials, personal data, credit cards, and the like. What is the business impact? Consider the business value of the lost data and impact to your reputation. What is your legal liability if this data is exposed? Also consider the damage to your reputation. So in insecure cryptographic storage, the attacker usually does not attack the encrypted data, क्योंकि वो मुश्किल काम है. The attacker tries to find the weaknesses, and usually when encryption is performed, if it is performed, तो उसकी जो key storage है, उसकी key generation, उसकी key rotation, ऐसे जो mechanisms हैं, उनके अंदर कोई weakness है, तो the attacker usually tries to exploit those. So insecure cryptographic storage can be very, very harmful in cases where there is very critical information like credit card data or other personal information which can harm the reputation of the organization or the customers. So now let's jump to the 9th application security risk, और उसकी detail को हम ज़्यादा देखते हैं. Insufficient transport layer protection. So what is the threat agent over here? Consider anyone who can monitor the network traffic of your users. If the application is on the internet, who knows how your users access it? Don't forget back-end connections. The attack vector के अंदर OWASP declare करता है कि exploitability यानी ease of attack is difficult. Monitoring users' network traffic can be difficult, but is sometimes easy. The primary difficulty lies in monitoring the proper network traffic while users are accessing the vulnerable site. And then the attack vector will be trying to make use or exploit the security weakness. इस वाली weakness की prevalence जो है OWASP declare करता है कि ये common है, और इसकी detectability find out करना कि ये security weakness present है कि नहीं, that is very easy. So applications frequently do not protect network traffic. They may use SSL or transport layer security during authentication, but not elsewhere, exposing data and session IDs to interception. Expired or improperly configured certificates may also be used. Detecting basic flaws is easy. Just observe the site's network traffic. More subtle flaws require inspecting the design of the application and the server configuration as well. What type of technical impacts can these security weaknesses have if they are exploited by an attack vector? The technical impact is designated as moderate, यानी कि damage जो create कर सकता है एक attacker वो moderate है. Such flaws expose individual users' data and can lead to account theft. If an admin account was compromised, the entire site could be exposed. Poor SSL setup can also facilitate phishing and man-in-the-middle attacks. What could be the potential business impacts? You need to consider the business value of the data exposed on the communications channel in terms of its confidentiality and integrity needs and the need to authenticate both participants. Now, when the application communicates with the user, that tunnel needs to be encrypted with SSL or transport layer security. As we had mentioned, TLS or transport layer security is the open standard version of SSL and is more advanced and has more functionality than SSL as well. Now, what happens is that sometimes the applications will implement SSL or TLS only during authentication, but will leave gaps or holes, and during the rest of the interaction between the user and the application, that encryption function is not performed. That is a place where the attacker can exploit this particular gap in security. In addition, there may be some ways in which the encryption or the SSL or the TLS is not implemented properly. For example, अगर आप digital certificates use करें तो ये हो सकता है कि वो expire कर चुके हैं. So all of these weaknesses can be exploited by the attacker. Now let's look at the 10th application security risk, unvalidated redirects and forwards. इधर threat agent क्या है? OWASP हमें ये बताता है, consider anyone who can trick your users into submitting a request to your website. Any website or other HTML feed that your users use could also do this. Attack vectors जो हैं, OWASP declares the exploitability as average, यानी कि इस अटैक को एडमिनिस्टर करने में, एक्सिक्यूट करने में ईज जो है वो एवरेज है. सो द अटैकर links to unvalidated redirect and tricks victims into clicking it. Victims are more likely to click on it since the link is to a valid site. Attacker targets unsafe forward to bypass security checks. Here, the security weakness, उसमें prevalence जो है इस particular weakness की, OWASP ये हमें बताता है कि this is uncommon, यानी कि इतनी ज़्यादा common नहीं है और इसकी डिटेक्टेबिलिटी बहुत आसान है. आप बड़ी इजीली डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि आपकी एप्लीकेशन में ये वीकनेस है. सो द एप्लीकेशंस फ्रीक्वेंटली रीडायरेक्ट यूजर्स टू अदर पेजेस और यूज इंटरनल फॉरवर्ड्स इन अ सिमिलर मैनर. समटाइम्स द टारगेट पेज इज स्पेसिफाइड in an unvalidated parameter, allowing attackers to choose the destination page. Detecting unchecked redirects is easy. Look for redirects where you can set the full URL. Unchecked forwards are harder since they target internal pages. Here, the technical impact is stated as moderate. Yani, such redirects may attempt to install malware or trick victims into disclosing passwords or other sensitive information. Unsafe forwards may allow access control bypass. And of course, we have the business impact. Consider the business value of retaining your users' trust. What if they get owned by malware or they are attacked by malware? What if attackers can access internal only functions? So when we talk about unvalidated redirects and forwards, एक trusted आपकी जो site है, उसमें अगर एक link create हो रहा है which takes you either within an internal page or out into an external page, we need to make sure कि उसकी जो referencing है वो secure है और एक attacker कोई phishing attack for example नहीं launch कर सकता, or the attacker will use the security controls within this referencing to exploit the user, to attack the user. So that was the last control. Now let's move on and we will see now कि OWASP top 10 जो है वो हमें further references भी देता है, यानी कि हमें ना सिर्फ ये बताता है कि ये अटैक्स किस नौइयत के हैं, लेकिन it also guides us to other documents as well, which will help us implement a complete SDLC or a secure SDLC, which is the Secure Software Development Lifecycle. Let's look at the other documents and the other materials that are available in OWASP as well. So OWASP हमें ये बताता है that don't stop at the OWASP top 10. There are hundreds of issues that could affect the overall security of a web application as discussed in the OWASP Developers Guide. तो ये जो document है, I would recommend कि आप इसको भी ज़रूर देखें. This is essential reading for anyone developing web applications today. The OWASP Developers Guide. Guidance is provided on how to effectively find vulnerabilities in web applications provided in the OWASP Testing Guide and OWASP Code Review Guide as well. So now we have reference to 3 further documents: the OWASP Developer Guide, the OWASP Testing Guide, and the OWASP Code Review Guide as well. तो आपको बहुत excellent information जो है वो OWASP top 10 के अलावा भी मिलती है, और अब तक हमने ये 3 documents additional भी देखे हैं. And in your free time, I would recommend that you should actually go out and make these documents the guideline for yourself. It's very important to implement secure applications. That's very, very critical, and you should make this a practice कि आप इन documents को understand करें, read करें, and then implement them in your daily work. If you are a coder, a programmer, and if you are a security professional, you should make sure that your organization's application security program takes advantage of all the useful information which is present in these documents. So now we come to the Application Security Verification Standard, which is the ASVS. When you're ready to move on and focus on establishing strong application security controls, OWASP has recently produced the Application Security Verification Standard ASVS as a guide to organizations and application reviewers on what to verify. जब हम आगे चलते हैं तो application security controls को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, यानी कि हम जब प्रोसेस का पार्ट बनाना चाहते हैं ये एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी कंट्रोल्स, तो ASVS जो डॉक्यूमेंट है दैट एक्चुअली हेल्प्स अस इन डिटर्मिनिंग कि हमने वेरीफाई क्या करना है और हमारी अप्रोच क्या होनी चाहिए. फाइनली, when we talk about the SDLC, which is the software development life cycle, secure web applications are only possible when a secure software development life cycle is used. For guidance on how to implement a secure SDLC, OWASP has recently released the Open Software Assurance Maturity Model, which is called SAM, SAMM. So the SAM, the Open Software Assurance Maturity Model, actually gives guidance on all the particular components of the SDLC or the SEC SDLC, जिसको कहा जाता है कि Secure SDLC, and we can make sure कि हम इन steps को implement करें ताकि सारे के सारे process के अंदर जो life cycle है complete, उसके अंदर हम secure application coding practices को embed कर सकें ताकि कोई ऐसा component ना रहे जिसको हम overlook करें. So now that really brings us to the end of the lecture. आज के लेक्चर में जो हमने डिस्कशन की है हम क्विकली उसको रिकैप करते हैं. टुडे वी मूव्ड ऑन फ्रॉम द लास्ट लेक्चर जिसके अंदर हमने एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी प्रोग्राम को इंट्रोड्यूस किया था और ये एग्जामिन किया था कि व्हाट आर द बेसिक स्टेप्स दैट वी कैन टेक टू स्ट्रेंथन एंड प्रोटेक्ट आवर एप्लीकेशंस. सो टुडे वी लुक्ड एट ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट set of information, which is the OWASP top 10, which declares or sets out कि worldwide जो है एक study के मुताबिक what are the 10 most serious or critical application security risks. We looked at the overview or the high level description of all the 10 application security risks today. Some of the most prevalent or common ones or serious ones were injection flaws, for example, cross-site scripting. फिर इसके अलावा there were other ones as well, for example, direct object references जब हम establish करते हैं. And there were all types of weaknesses जिनको हमने examine किया है, from the transport layer security to the cryptographic storage to the linkages which are created to the external URLs, for example, and we also looked at the URL access control. तो हमने आज इन सारे OWASP top 10 को high level एक view उनका देखा है. We could not cover all of the information, so I recommend that you should go back to the OWASP.org website and you should study in detail the OWASP top 10 site information contained in this document, and we should make it a practice to implement these controls in our day-to-day working environment as well. इसके अलावा OWASP top 10 जब आप कवर कर लेते हैं और आपको ये आइडिया हो जाता है कि what are the 10 most critical security flaws while developing applications, the OWASP website or the OWASP project initiative gives us a lot of guidance on several other areas as well. हमने प्रोसेस के अंदर कंट्रोल्स कैसे इंप्लीमेंट करने हैं, हमने टेस्टिंग कैसे करनी है, हमने SDLC के अंदर किस तरीके से मैच्योरिटी मॉडल जो है उसको कैसे इंप्लीमेंट करना है इन द SDLC. So I'm sure that in today's lecture this would have been really excellent information for all of the coders and developers who have an interest to develop applications, and you would have learned that there is a tremendous amount of excellent guidance available in the OWASP.org website. I would also like to mention that developing secure applications is not easy, but this is an extremely valuable skill जो कि हमें पाकिस्तान में ज़्यादा नहीं मिलती, unfortunately. So if you pick up this information and start to read it with your own initiative, I am sure that you will not only become a very, very valuable resource, but this will also contribute to your career growth as well, in which you will be able to stand out from your competition in your organization as well. I would like to thank you for joining me today, and I'm looking forward to see you inshallah in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.